So, Mr. Somali, you're over in Korea, my homeland, playing the game of the elites, when you're not even qualified to. You're lucky I didn't hear about you in Japan because I actually hold a very high rank over the Yakuza, and I could have easily had you removed from Japan. So, Johnny, if you want to keep f***ing around and talking shit, I'll just have some of my untouchable friends in really high places in Korea pay you a visit. You better hope none of my people catch you in America, because you won't live long after that.
Johnny Somali, a controversial streamer known for antagonistic and offensive behavior, is currently facing legal issues in South Korea.
Hey.
야, 소말리. 어디가?
어디가?
어?
어디가?
어디가?
Don't touch my shoe.
어디가?
Don't touch me, nigga.
어? 소말리 어디가?
Yes, sir.
어디 가냐고?
You guys calling me crazy? Listen to you.
어디가?
어디가? What you mean? 어디가?
어디가?
What is 어디가? Oh. Yo.
Where he has been charged with assault and drug-related offenses. He became infamous for various disruptive acts, such as making offensive remarks, kissing a memorial statue symbolizing historical wartime victims, and broadcasting explicit content in public. These actions have generated widespread backlash in South Korea, drawing even the attention of Korean parliament members who have called for monitoring and potential legal action against him. Imagining this scenario, a Korean gangster sending a direct message to Johnny Somali would emphasize the seriousness of the situation he's created through his behavior.
Hey, this message is for Johnny Somali. You lost, bro. No, we already know. Yeah, your boy lost. You know how the game works. I beat his ass in 2 punches. He's a pussy. That was a long time ago.
Such a message would likely reflect the intense cultural and legal frustration around his disrespectful actions in South Korea. Johnny Somali, a figure often surrounded by controversy, has once again stirred up backlash with his latest stunt. This time, his actions took place in South Korea, where he was recorded behaving disrespectfully near one of the country's most respected cultural statues. Known for its symbolic value, the statue holds deep historical and emotional significance for many South Koreans, making Johnny's actions especially offensive. As clips of his behavior circulated online, anger quickly grew, with locals and online communities expressing their frustration and disappointment. He did the same kind of action with another statue. Many feel that Johnny's lack of respect crossed the line. After this kind of action, this might warn that Somali's provocations not only violate the country's laws, but also deeply offend its cultural sentiments.
So, Mr. Somali, you're over in Korea, my homeland, playing the game of the elites, when you're not even qualified to.
Such a warning would underscore that South Korea, through its legal and social institutions, will not tolerate these actions.
I'm sure the chief of police will really enjoy that information.
Given the increasing vigilance by law enforcement and the legal consequences already in play, the message could signal that Somali will face swift repercussions if he persists.
You're deemed a domestic terrorist in America. A bitch-ass nigger terrorist.
The Korean authorities are indeed actively monitoring Somali's actions, and ongoing investigations signal that any further escalation could lead to even stricter penalties. This warning could be interpreted as a symbolic representation of how South Korea's legal system intends to address foreign provocations, highlighting that continued misconduct will not go unchecked. Acknowledge that he is very lucky he didn't hear about him in Japan, because he actually holds a very high rank on Yakuza, and he could easily remove him from Japan.
You're lucky I didn't hear about you in Japan because I actually hold a very high rank over the Yakuza, and I could have easily had you removed from Japan. Well, because everyone who's anyone in Korea knows that I am the last living heir of the Shilla dynasty and a supernuclear neutrino soldier, super soldier in English, from Korea's patch. But if you know, you know, and if you don't, you don't. And obviously you don't, Mr. Somali, because if you knew anything about anything between the ties between America and Korea, you wouldn't be doing what you're doing over there, or in any of America's allied countries, like Japan.
He emphasizing that he better hope none of his people catch him on America, and he told that he is a terrorist in America also.
So, Mr. Johnny Somali, you want to play the game of the elites, huh? Well, then we're gonna oblige you on that one. You better hope none of my people catch you in America, because you won't live long after that.
If he doing this kind of action over the Korea, he will send some untouchable friends.
Oh, and don't try and pull that black brother bullshit, because I got brothers that are a part of many, many black groups that you know nothing about. So, Johnny, if you want to keep f***ing around and talking, I'll just have some of my untouchable friends in really high places in Korea pay you a visit. Because you have literally waged and performed acts of war via your black e-magic and your queer little f***ing rituals you do all around these foreign lands. It's not how you play the game. That's all you are, is a f***ing nigger. Ignorant as shit.
And he threatened him to not come in America because he is a terrorist.
So, Johnny, not only are you pissing off Koreans all over the world, but you just pissed off a lot of the wrong people that are very influential, especially going after me and my people in the game of the elites. And you know exactly what the f*** I mean by that. Don't come back to America, Mr. Somali. It's your only f***ing warning. Because by law, you are a terrorist, and you will be treated like one. And if you're in a country that is allied with America, they will treat you the same. You just disrespected the wrong one, motherfucker. You don't with my people.
He need to pay for playing the games, is the life of his crew, family, and every person who are connected with this.
How many do you want to lose, Johnny? Because the price that you need to pay for playing stupid games is the lives of your crew, your family, and everyone you're goddamn connected to. And that's the punishment and the judgment for around with black magic in the game of the elites, as if you know something.
Johnny Somali's reputation for inflammatory behavior and offensive public acts has brought intense backlash, both in South Korea and previously in Japan. His actions have led to legal consequences and widespread condemnation, not only from the public but also from lawmakers who have discussed potential penalties in response to his disruptions. His antagonistic approach has raised concerns across multiple countries, especially as he continues pushing boundaries despite bans and legal charges.